Eric, can we start again sort of just with your summation of the victory, if you don't mind?
All right. The part that you guys didn't hear was that, the Spurs are a very unique team. And you can watch film on them, you can drill it in a walkthrough, but it's not the same until you get out there live. Just their ability, their quickness, their ability to break you down off the dribble and do it multiple times in a possession is really unique. And they had us on our heels in the first half. So in the second half, I think we just committed to making more, multiple efforts. And of course, a head coach will say it's not about the scheme, it's about your commitment to doing tough things. And I think we're a little bit more committed in the second half. And of course, it helps if the opponent, can miss some shots. I think they were open, a few times. They just happened to miss, and that can change the perspective of a game, no doubt. But our disposition was better, and our better in the second half, and our next play speed to be able to catch, some of those drives were a little bit better in the second half.
In some ways, it seemed like fourth quarter Tyler was the ultimate difference. How encouraging and heartening was it to see that?
Well, you just have to stay with it, as a young player. He has been developing, and that's the hard thing about all the narratives for a young player coming in this league. It's all about, whether you're scoring the ball or whatever statistic that, people out there are celebrating. But it's about learning how to, play winning basketball. And Tyler, has been making a lot of progress. And there have been some up and down moments this season. Some of that has been due just to the nature of being in and out of the lineup because of injury. But he's got some grit. He continues to compete and try to get better and work at things that we want him to improve at. And then tonight, the ball just happened to be going, and that, that's his ignite ability. If he sees a couple go, then that can turn to 3 and 4 very quickly.
And then the constant from the start throughout was the aggression of Bam. Was that a matchup thing, the way he was getting it? Was that just his will? Sort of why this Bam tonight like this? Thank you.
Well, I think he was really angry at all of us for not being able to play the Houston game. So I think he was just wanting to really get out there and compete. And also, our leaders understood, veterans and everybody understood how important, this road trip is. And, he wanted to set the tone for us out of great respect for the Spurs and, how competitively anticipate this game would be.
Thank you.
Next, we go to Cooper Moorhead.
Well, I know this team isn't usually one to get too high or too low, but after that Minnesota game, then you get the Bam game winner and then the first two double-digit wins consecutively of the season. So just nice in the middle of this playoff race that for the guys in the locker room to get maybe a bit of a breath.
Yeah, I just, hopefully we don't get too comfortable. That's something we're working on, is trying to find more consistency. Of course, you bring it back to the Minnesota game, and that's what that game was about. We had double-digit leads in the first half, second half, and we weren't able to, sustain it. So that's what we're working on. And, this road trip is a good challenge for us.
Next, we go to Brady Hawk.
Hey, Coach. It seemed like KZ really gave you guys great minutes defensively tonight. What did you kind of make of him tonight, and how do you notice him improving game by game whenever he gets these opportunities?
Yeah, he's really been. I made this comment before the Houston game that our young players have gotten significantly better. He's one of those guys, and it would be tough to really notice that unless you were around all of our meetings and practices and shoot-arounds and all the player development work, behind the scenes. I see it, the staff sees it, his teammates see it, and as a young player, you have to do everything you can to improve and be prepared for those moments when your number is called to be able to play winning basketball. And he's, learning the league, learning our system, learning where he can be impactful, and first and foremost, where he can have an foremost, impact is defensively. And that's what you saw, the last couple games. Whether a man or zone, he's got a unique skill set defensively. He's big, he's strong, he can really move laterally. He just has to stay with it and get better with the details.
Up next, we go to Christos Saltas with SDNA Greece.
Hello, Coach. What did you notice as the biggest growth of your team so far in the season? And how satisfied you are about the way that you closed the game tonight?
Well, our growth, this has been, I think a season where you're presented with a lot of opportunities to be challenged and stretch yourself and grow in different ways than in normal seasons. And I think this has been a really good experience, for our locker room this year. We're not where we want to be, and the thing that I always commend about this group is every day the group is committed to find solutions and working to get better.